The world, according to Vladimir Putin, feels like a parallel universe. Who started the war in Ukraine? Not Russia, he says.
Responsibility for fueling the Ukrainian conflict, for its escalation, and for the growing number of victims lies fully with the West, and of course with the regime in Kyiv. I wish to repeat, they started the war. We are using force to stop it.
But it was Russia that invaded Ukraine. Western military aid has helped Kyiv resist. It hasn't forced the Kremlin, though, to de-escalate. Today, President Putin suspended Russia's participation in the last remaining nuclear arms control treaty with America, an agreement that limits nuclear arsenals and provides for missile inspections. No longer topical, says the Kremlin.
We know that the West has directly helped Kyiv to launch strikes on air bases, where our strategic nuclear bombers are located. Now they want to carry out inspections of our military sites. In light of today's confrontation, that is absurd.
Support here, but unpicking that treaty risks a nuclear arms race.
In order to avoid nuclear war, it's better to have a framework. But losing this framework, we are witnessing the real threat of a nuclear war.
Washington says the Kremlin's decision to halt participation in the nuclear treaty is deeply unfortunate and irresponsible. The BBC wasn't allowed to attend the Kremlin leader's big speech. Journalists from what Russia calls unfriendly countries were not sent an invitation. But after watching President Putin on TV, this is what struck me most about him. His special military operation has not gone at all according to plan. But regret, there was no hint of that, and no sign at all that Putin is looking for an off-ramp. Instead of compromise, he favours confrontation. And this audience loved it. Mind you, the president here was preaching to the converted. All main Russian TV channels carried the speech live. From these images alone, you'd never know things had gone badly wrong for Russia on the battlefield.
Russia will respond to any challenge we face, because we are one country, one people. We believe in ourselves, in our strength. Truth is on our side.
After 1 year of war, the Kremlin is still managing to persuade most Russians to believe that. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.